Hello again. Espresso Cyborg here from the universe of coffee. We will be doing hard labor on a coffee brewer. Okay, let us sip some espresso. Today we're working on something different. It is a coffee brewer. Here are the symptoms of the brewer. Brewer takes an extremely long time to get to temperature. Brewer is constantly heating, but never getting to set temperature. Thermostat does not adjust temperature. There is a leak from the thermostat grommet. Element is damaged, open to ground, and inline fuse needs to be replaced. Parts needed for my project are an element kit, thermostat, thermal fuse, tank gasket in case I bullocks the old one, when I try to remove tank lid or if it is in bad shape, a basin gasket, and a brew tube gasket. We will need a flathead screwdriver, crescent wrench 6 or 8 inch, socket set 1/4 inch or open end wrench 10 mm or quarter standard, descaler, pliers, Prince flathead screwdriver, and soft ear plugs. Okay, cannot say let's sip some espresso. Yes, we can. Okay, let us sip some espresso. Disconnect the brewer from power. With the brewer still warm, remove the spray head and place an ear plug in the spray tube. With the top panel off, pour in the descaler solution in the tank basin. Pour in hot water to fill basin to the halfway mark or under the inlet tube gasket. And let sit for 30 to 45 minutes. Place a container under the spray tube and remove the ear plug. Pour in 2 liters of water into the basin. Needless to say, make sure the container can hold that volume of water. Remove the nut on the brew tube and the nut in the tank basin. Slide the inlet water hose off the tank basin. Remove the 3 nuts on the brew tube and remove the tube. Remove the thermostat from the tank lid. Disconnect the tubes on the faucet coil. You will have to loosen the other end or remove the tube. To make it easier to remove the tank lid, disconnect the element terminals. Left side high limit thermostat and white wire from tank warmer. Remove the nuts around the tank lid, then the 2 slotted screws holding the tank in place. Then lift the tank out of the housing. Watch out for the white warmer wires. We can now flip tank over in sink to drain before moving on. Using your Prince screwdriver, slide it between gasket and tank lid. Move the screwdriver left and right between the bolts to get the tank lid off the gasket. If we did this correctly, then we might be able to reuse the tank gasket. Lift the tank lid off the tank and remove the nuts on the element. Rinse and clean the tank. There might be a small amount of scale on the bottom of the tank. Rinse out the tank lid and install the new element with gaskets. Rinse out the tank one more time and check gasket for damage. It might need to be replaced. Set tank lid on and screwing on the nuts. Do not tighten nuts as yet. With the tank out of the housing, now would be a good time to replace the thermostat. Set the tank in housing, screw in slotted screws in the corners, and tighten the nuts around the tank. Connect the electrical wires, replace the thermal inline fuse, and then connect the faucet tubes. Add the new gasket for the brew tube. Set the brew tube in position and screw on the 3 nuts. Then screw on the nut in the spray head area. Place the thermostat into the tank, making sure the capillary tube is properly set in the grommet. Install the basin with new gaskets and screw it on the tank. Place a container under the brew tube and pour in water into the basin until it flows out into the container. Place the ear plug back into the brew tube and pour in about 1 liter of water in the basin. We are checking all our gaskets for leaks, especially the thermostat grommet. If there is even a drop of water at the top, check the positioning of the tube in the grommet. Tighten our other nuts if there are any leaks. Remove the ear plug. Set spray head on after water flows. Then turn the thermostat all the way to the right as far as it goes, then back off about 1/4 inch. Connect the brewer to water, then connect to power and turn on heater switch on back if in off position. When the brewer is up to temperature, run a test brew to check for more leaks if there are none. We have repaired our brewer. Thank you for watching. From the universe of coffee, EC is sipping an espresso.